The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. And welcome back to the channel, everybody, as we get set for another time frame matchup in this 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens Gauntlet Challenge, featuring the 22-23 Dallas Stars. And I do have to apologize for my voice as of late. I'm going to try to get through this time frame with as much as possible, with with the amount of voice that I have left. I did go to a couple of postseason matchups for baseball, and of course I went to the game, or actually going to the game, hopefully on Thursday, for my first hockey game this season. So with that being said, your starting goaltenders for today's game one of this series, of this time frame matchup, is going to be Jake Ottinger for the Dallas Stars, as he has a 3 place save star, a 2 with a 2 or a 3 with a dot in the shot save, and a 3 in the spec save. And Michel Larocque will be the starting netminder for the Habs. As usual, he has a 4 or a 5 with a dot for a place save, a 2, a 1 or a 2 with a shot save, and a 3 for a spec save. So without further ado, let's get right into it with game one. Will the clock operator please start the clock? Oh, there we go. And we're going to begin with a quality check with a third between players 3 and 2. That's Lamar and Pavelski for star. It looks like both guys have star, and we are going to move on to the next segment here in this one. Penalty check between both players in 5. That's Nyrop and Colin Miller. Both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5, and that's going to be it for that one. And the ref, unfortunately, has to say, play on, but if I catch you doing something stupid again, you are going to the sin bin. Oh, we got triple fours. This is a fight and a momentum shot. So we got some takers. We got Hani Yakinpa for Dallas, who has a 3 fight rating, and Doug Riesborough. So we do have a fight between Riesborough and Hani Yakinpa. And we're going to roll off the fight mini chart unless both players have the same fight rating, both players will land a punch. So Yanni Hakanpää has 3, Doug Riesborough has 3, and of course, unless if it's the first punch, the referee will step in unless if it is the first punch. All right, so let's count it down. Montreal versus Dallas. Hani Yakinpa, keep your eyes on the empty net die roll, and let's get to it. One, visitor lands a punch. So visitor player lands a punch. So it's the first punch. So Hakanpää lands a punch. So it's 1-0 Dallas. And referee breaks up the fight. So Yanni Hakanpää will win the fight and get a 6-star shot off the Michel Larocque's goalie spec save rating. So with that being said, it's a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop for Michel Larocque moving in. So for Hani Yakinpa, moving in on Michel Larocque, who shoots and scores. Yanni Hakanpää will get the goal, and let's see who assisted on the play. 1 assist. It looks like it'll be Jason Robertson, who will assist Yanni Hakanpää on the goal scoring, or on the ice-breaking attempt. The ice-breaking tally for the Dallas Stars, and the Stars lead it by a score of 1-0. And we will rotate Riesborough because he was used for the fight, and we continue on in this 15-minute segment of the first period. Penalty check between players 3 and 4. That is Jarvis and Miro Heiskanen. Oh, it looks like Miro Heiskanen's going to go to the penalty box. as Doug Jarvis will move in on Jake Ottinger, who needs to make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. And he does so. So what a good penalty kill save to keep this game right where it's at of 1-0 Dallas. And we move on. Home scoring chance, so it's a 14. Visitor goalie must make play save. Otherwise, it'll be a goal. So visitor goalie must make a play save. So Jake Ottinger needs to make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the save. Oh, and he can't. The Habs will get on the board. It's 1-1. Let's see who scored the goal. 9. That is a second best shot rating. So the best out on the ice right now is Jacques Lemar. So the second best is going to be Guy Lapointe. So Guy Lapointe will score the goal, and it will be 2 assists handed out on the play. So we will go with. I do want to keep that square out, one square out there. So we'll keep Roberts out there. So Lemar and Savard will be your assist takers on the Guy Lapointe game time goal. As the Habs get on the board, it is all knotted up at 1 apiece. Oh, another home scoring chance. This time we got a 52. Visitor defense player in 3. That is Max Domi. He stops a Montreal goal opportunity with a quality roll of hit or a square. Yikes. Max Domi does not have hit, and he does not have a square. So that is going to be an unfortunate go-ahead goal for the Habs. And let's see who scored it. 9 again. It will be the second best shot rating. It looks like tie will be Riesborough and Robinson. So the second best is going to go to Wilson. So Maury Wilson will score the goal, and 2 assists will be handed out on the play. How about it? Riesborough and Robinson. So Maury Wilson will score the goal from Larry Robinson and Doug Riesborough. And we will flip Max Domi because he was used for the check for hit and a square. And we move on. Home scoring chance of 52. Again, visitor defense player in 3, of course. This time it's Rope Hintz. He stops a Montreal goal opportunity with a quality roll of speed or a square. Hintz does have speed, so he's going to stop the goal opportunity, and that's going to be it for the first period here at the Forum in Montreal. With your score, the Habs 2 and the Dallas Stars 1. We got a penalty check to begin the second period with anybody on the ice for the Habs, and we have it's going to go up against player 2. That's Tyler Seguin. Well, either way, that's the thing, though. We're gonna roll a die. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 will be the lucky contestant to take the penalty opportunity against Tyler Seguin. 2, that's Jimmy Roberts. So both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5, and we will move on to the next segment. Visitor scoring chance of a 26. Choice visitor player rolls for a goal using assist stars +2. Definitely we're going to give that to March. Yes, we'll give it to Mason Marchment, who needs to make a 2 or 3 with a dot to score the goal. Oh, and he can't, and Michel Larocque will make the save. And again, I do apologize for my voice in that and how I'm feeling in that. So you're just going to have to deal with it, and I do apologize. So hopefully it'll get better very, very soon. So I'm going to pull through here. So we move on. Visitor scoring chance of a 35. Visitor player in 2. That's Ty Dellandre, if I'm saying that right. 35. Visitor player in 2 creates a goal opportunity with a quality roll of star or a triangle. Oh no, Ty Dellandre does not have a triangle, nor he has star. So that's going to be it. No action. And we move on to the next segment. We got a home scoring chance of a 43. Any home player with a triangle creates a goal. You bet your butt we have some contestants here. Schutt or Guy Lafleur will be the lucky contestant. Dot. I think we'll roll the decider die. Dot. It will be. Dot will be Schutt, and it'll be Lafleur to create the goal. So he's going to move in on Jake Ottinger, who needs to make a play save. A 1, 2, or 3 will do so. He does. And that's going to be all she wrote for that period here in game number 1, with the score still remaining 2-1 after 40 minutes have been played here at the Forum in Montreal. We got a 2-3-6. That's a quality check between Doug Jarvis and anybody on the ice with speed, skill, smart, and star. And we're looking for smart. Either way, it's going to be a tie. So we are going to go with pick your poison. We're going to have the red die decide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a reroll. So player number 4, that's Yanni Hakanpää with smart. Both guys have smart, and we will move on to the next segment. Visitor scoring chance of a 43. Any visitor player with a triangle creates a goal. Yes, we do. Let me just make sure Miro Heiskanen has the triangle. Dot, he does. And he does. So we have 3 contestants with Miro Heiskanen, Joe Pavelski, and Jamie Benn. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to roll the red die again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it will be Miro Heiskanen getting the opportunity here to score the goal, which he does have the triangle. So he's going to be moving in on Michel Larocque, hopefully to make a 4 or 5 of the dot for the save. And he does so. Miro Heiskanen gets stopped by Michel Larocque to keep the game right where it's at, up 2-1 in favor of the Habs. We got a quality check. Anybody on the ice for the Habs against Yanni Hakanpää for hit. The only 2 guys with hit, that's Tremblay and Nyrop. Ooh, that's a toughie. Dot, it's Tremblay. And it will be Nyrop. So Nyrop and Yanni Hakanpää both have hit, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check again between anybody on the ice for the Habs and against player number 4, that's Heiskanen. We're looking for smart. Pick your poison except for Tremblay. Pick your poison between Schutt, Lamar, Savard, or Guy Lapointe. So again, we'll roll the red die. 1, 3, 4, 5, 2, or 6 is a reroll. Player number 4, that's Serge Savard, so right across from him. So both guys have smart, and we go to the empty net mini chart since the game is coming to a close with a 1-goal margin. Since it's 2-1 in favor of the Habs, we go to the empty net mini chart. So keep your eyes on the empty net die roll. 7. Oh, and the leading team scores an empty net goal, and the game is over. Stop the clock. Oh my, oh my, oh my. So the Habs score the empty net goal to win it 3-1 over the Dallas Stars to take Game 1 of this time frame. So with that being said, your final score once again, your final score here for Game 1 of this time frame is the 76-77 Habs 3 and the 2022-23 Dallas Stars 1. Stay tuned for the Biddy Beer game summary coming up next, and Game 2 right afterwards. As always, every game summary in this project is brought to you in part by your favorite Biddy Beer products. If you choose to drink Biddy Beer, please drink responsibly. As always, it has a big taste at a bitty price. It's Biddy Beer. And welcome back, everybody, as we get set for game number 2 of this time frame between the 76-77 Habs and the 22-23 Dallas Stars. The Habs won Game 1 the last time out with a 3-1 victory over the Dallas Stars. So can Dallas bounce back to win Game 2? A change to the netminders for Montreal. Ken Dryden will start in net, as Jake Ottinger will stay in net for the Stars. Without further ado, with 47 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock, let's get ready to Game 2. Will the clock operator please start the clock? We're going to begin with a penalty check between players 1 and 4. That's Jamie Benn and Larry Robinson. It looks like both guys have the same penalty rating, so 0.5 to 0.5. So nothing will come up there. And the referee says, play on, but if I catch you doing it again, you are going to the sin bin. Another penalty check, this time between anybody on the ice for the Stars against player number 1 for Shutt, with Steve Shutt. Right now, I think they are probably going to tie. So it's either Glendening or Yanni Hakanpää. So it'll be Luke Glendening. And it will be Luke Glendening. So both guys have the same penalty rating between him and Shutt of a 0.5. And nothing comes up there as we move on to the next segment. Oh my goodness. Again, a penalty check between players 6 and 1. So anybody on the ice for the Stars against, this time, Bob Gainey. At this rate, I think we got to tie. It's early, but we have to tie. So Yanni Hakanpää will take the blow as both players have the same penalty rating of a 0.5. And nothing comes up there, and we move on to the next segment. We got a home scoring chance of a 32. It reads, choice home player rolls for a rebound goal using shot stars +2. You better believe I'm going to give that to Jason Robertson. So a +2 is going to be a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 will score the goal. And it will. Jason Robertson will score the goal, and the assists will be 2 assists. It looks like we're going to give one to Heiskanen and the other to Joe Pavelski. So Robertson from Miro Heiskanen and Joe Pavelski is your goal-scoring stat line presented by your favorite Biddy Beer products. And we stay here in the 20th minute of the first period with a, oh my God, if my knowledge is correct, that is four penalty checks this period. Oh my goodness. If you're keeping score at home, let me know. But this time we have a 3 against a 4, Domi against Savard, Oh, Max Domi is going to go to the box as he has a penalty rating of 1. So Serge Savard is going to be moving in on Jake Ottinger, who needs to make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He can't. The game is tied on a power play goal by Serge Savard, and it will be 2 assists handed out on the play. So Guy Lapointe will be 1, and so Savard scored the goal. I think we'll go Lapointe and Lamar. Savard from Guy Lapointe and Jacques Lamar for your power play goal scoring stat line. We stay put here in the 20th minute of the first period with a quality check, this time between Essa Lindell and Larry Robinson for Star. It looks like Robinson does have Star, as he's going to win that quality check battle between Lindell and himself as he moves in on Jake Ottinger, hopefully to make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Oh, and he can't, and Robinson will score the go-ahead goal. My goodness. So Larry Robinson will score the goal. 2 assists will be handed out on the play. It will be... I think we'll give it to Tremblay and Wilson. So Mario Tremblay and Maury Wilson will be your goal-scoring assist takers on the Larry Robinson goal. Here in this one. So I believe 3 goals have been counted. So 3 more to go. Excuse me, 3 more to go. Oh, sorry, wrong button. There we go. Home scoring chance with a 14. Visitor goalie must make play saves. So Ken Dryden needs to make a 4 or 5 with a dot to make the stop, which he will do so. So nobody flips, and that's going to be it for the first period. So with that being said, the Habs take a 2-1 lead into the second period with a quality check to begin the second period between players 3 and 1. That's Rope Hintz and Steve Shutt for speed. Both guys have speed, and we move on to the next segment. Visitor scoring chance of a 32. Choice visitor player rolls for a rebound goal using shot stars +2. I think we're going to get that to Doug Riesborough. So Doug Riesborough needs to roll a 2 or a 3 with a dot to score the goal. And he will. So Riesborough will score the goal, and it'll be unassisted. So Doug Riesborough will score the goal unassisted. Penalty check between players 2 and 1. That's Sagan and Gainey. Both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5. And we move on to the next segment here in this one. Penalty check between players 5 and 2. That's I think I've used Lindell before. Oh, I didn't swap Lindell. I'm sorry. I just remembered Colin Miller. So this time it's Colin Miller against Jimmy Roberts. As both guys have the same penalty rating. Now we're back on Lindell. Now we're all caught up. And again, I'll review the footage if I did use Lindell, but again, it'll be corrected by the time we get to this point. And we will move on since both guys have the same penalty rating. Quality check between players 1 and 4 for Smart. That's Marchment and Savard. We're looking for Smart. Both guys have Smart, and we will move on to the next. we'll move on to the third period here, I should say, with your score remaining the same of a 3-1 lead for the 76-77 Habs. Excuse me, with a quality check roll between players 3 and 4. So Luke Glendening against Larry Robinson for skill. Oh, Larry Robinson does have skill, so he's going to be moving in on Jake Ottinger, hopefully to make the play save 1, 2, or 3 to do so. He can't, and Larry Robinson will score the goal. Let's see who tallied up the assists. So 1 assist. It looks like Guy Lafleur will take that. Will take the assist on the Robinson goal, as it is now 4-1 in favor of the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens. Oh my goodness, a visitor scoring chance of a 52. Home player in 2, that's Ty Dillandre. He will stop the Montreal goal scoring attempt with a quality roll of hit or a square. Even though Ty Dellandre does not have a square, he does have hit, so that's good enough to stop the goal scoring attempt by the Habs, and we move on to the next segment. Another visitor scoring chance, a 22. Home goalie must make shot save. Oh, yikes. Jake Ottinger needs to make a 2 or a 3 with a dot in order to make the stop. He can't, and the Habs will score their 5th goal of the game. Let's see who scored it. 7. Player with the best shot rating. So right now, the best out there on the ice is a 3-way tie between Jarvis, Tremblay, and Wilson. But again, it's Mario Tremblay who will take the goal because of the decider die rolling of a dot. So Mario Tremblay will score the goal, and it will be 2 assists handed out in the play. We'll give it to Jarvis and Wilson. So Tremblay from Jarvis and Wilson are your assist takers on the Mario Tremblay goal scoring, or excuse me, on the goal scored by Mario Tremblay. We got a quality check, this time between anybody on the ice for the Stars, and against Serge Savard for power. We have 4 guys. That's Ben, Pavelski, Hakanpää, and Lindell. I do want to keep at least. You know what? Let's let the red die decide. So 1, 2, 4, or 5, 3 or a 6 is a reroll. Player number 4, that's Yanni Hakanpää. So right across from him, as both guys have power, and we move on to the next segment. We got a home scoring chance now of a 56. Any visitor player with a square stops a home goal. You bet we have some takers here. Roberts, Robinson, or Nyrop. Mostly the defense guys usually do the work. So it's between Robinson and Nyrop. I do want to keep at least one circle out there. So we're going to give it to Nyrop. So Bill Nyrop will stop the goal stops the Dallas goal from scoring. And we move on to the next segment. Quality check between players 3 and 5. That's Domi and Guy Lapointe for hit. Neither player has hit. Stop the clock. So with neither player having hit, the game is over, and the Montreal Canadiens of 76-77 will go up 2-0 in this time frame, with 34 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock heading into Game 3 with a time frame series lead of 2-0. Let's hope the Dallas Stars can break free here pretty soon to get on the board. But But in any other case, the final score here for game 2 is the Canadiens 5 and the Stars 1. Stay tuned for the Bitty Beer game summary presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products, as well as game 4 coming up uh, right after this. As always, the game summary is presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. If you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please drink responsibly. As always, it has a big taste at a bitty price. It's Bitty Beer. And welcome back, everybody, as we get set for Game 3 of this time frame between the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens and the 22-23 Dallas Stars. As you guys can see by the time frame score, the Canadiens of 76-77 have won 2 games in this time frame to the Dallas Stars, none. Some new players are out there for the Stars. You will see them as they come up. But Scott Wedgwood will be the starting netminder for the Dallas Stars for Game 3. And Michel Larocque will be the starting goaltender for the Habs of 76-77. Without further ado, let's get Game 3 let's get right into Game 3. Will the clock operator please start the clock? And we're going to begin with a visitor scoring chance of a 62. Any home player with a circle prevents a power play goal. Yes, Larry Robinson does have a circle, so he prevents a Dallas power play goal. And we move on to the next segment. Another visitor scoring chance of a 32. This time, a choice visitor player rolls for a rebound goal using Shot Stars +2. I think the better opportunity is going to go to Rope Hintz. So a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 will score the goal for Hintz. And it will. So Rope Hintz will get the Dallas Stars on the board. It's 1-0 Dallas. And 1 assist will be handed out in the play. It looks like it'll be... I think we're going to give it to Heiskanen. I think we'll give it to Heiskanen. So Hintz from Miro Heiskanen will be your goal-scoring stat line presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. And we stay put here in the 10th minute of the first with a quality check between players 3 and 1. That's Lamar and Jamie Benn for Smart. Both guys have Smart, and we move on to the next segment. Quality check between anybody on the ice for the Habs against player number 5. That's Elsa Lindell. We're looking for Star. The only 2 out there with Star is Shutt and Savard. So Lindell is going to lose this one. So it's either Shutt or Savard. It will be Shutt. And it will be Savard. So Savard wins that quality check battle between against Elsa Lindell as Savard moves in on Scott Wedgwood, who needs to make a 2 or 3 with a dot to make the stop. Oh, and by the hair of his chinny chin chin, Scott Wedgwood saves it to keep this game right where it's at of 1-0 in favor of the Dallas Stars. What a save by Scott Wedgwood, and we move on to the next segment. We got a quality check against players 4 and 5. Again, that's Robinson and Nils Lundqvist. If I'm saying that right, we're looking for Star. Oh, Lundqvist is going to lose that one as Larry Robinson does have Star, so he's going to be moving in on Scott Wedgwood. Again, he needs to make a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. And again, 2 straight saves by Wedgwood. He is standing on his head to keep this game right where it's at of 1-0 as we head to the second period. Quality check between players 1 and 2 that is shut against Pavelski. We're looking for power. It looks like both guys have the same quality. The same quality of power. So we move on to the next segment here in this one. Oh, we got 555, so that is going to be a fight. It looks like the only guy that's out there that has a fight rating is Doug Riesborough, so nobody has. It looks like one team has a fight rating, so no fight happens. So we move on to the next segment. We got a quality check between players 1 and 3. That's Bob Gainey for Montreal and Wyatt Johnson for Dallas. We're looking for smart. Both guys have smart, and we move on to the next segment. We got a quality check between Roberts and anybody on the ice for the Stars as we look for the skill quality. Pick your poison between Robertson, Sagan, Domi, Ryan Sutter, and Esa Lindell. I do want to keep at least one triangle, one square, and one circle out there. I want to check here. Does Ryan Sutter have a square? He does. Okay, so he does. So we will, I believe, I think we're going to go with Ryan Sutter. So we'll go with Sutter. So it's 2 against 6. Riesborough and Sutter. We're looking for skill. Both guys have the same quality of skill. And we move on to the next segment here in this one as we head to the third period. Quality check between players 4 and 3. That's Savard and Domi. Oh, and it looks like Max Domi is going to go to the box as Serge Savard will move in on Scott Wedgwood, hopefully to make it 2 or 3 with a dot to make the stop. And he does. Scott Wedgwood is standing on his head. He may as well get, if the score stays the same, Scott Wedgwood may get one of the 3 stars of the game. But let's see what happens here in the next segment. Home scoring chance of a 13. Visitor goalie must make play save. Oh my goodness. Scott Wedgwood needs to make a 2 or 3 with a dot, as always, to make the stop. Oh, and he can't, and the Montreal Canadiens will score save after save, but not that time, not this one, as we have a player with the best shot rating scoring the goal. That is Guy Lafleur. And the assists will be 1 assist. Larry Robinson will assist Mr. Guy Lafleur on the goal. So the shutout is over. I may have jinxed it. Oops. So we continue on here in the 10th minute with a home scoring chance of a 55. Any visitor player with a square stops a home goal. We have 2 contenders, Miro Heiskanen and Esa Lindell. It's Heiskanen. And it will be Miro Heiskanen, so he will stop the Montreal goal from scoring. Stop a Montreal goal from scoring as we move on to the next segment. We got a quality check against player 4 and 5. Against players 4 and 5. That is Savard and Lindell. We're looking for power. It looks like both guys have the same quality of power. And we move on to the next segment. We got a quality check against anybody on the ice for the Habs and against player number 2. That's Tyler Sagan. Either we tie or Dallas goes on the power play. Let's have the decider die say, dot, we tie. And we will tie. So it's either Wilson, Robinson, or Nyrob. So Wilson is 1-2, Robinson is 3-4, Nyrob is 5-6. And it will be Maury Wilson to tie with Tyler Seguin. So both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5. And folks, we are going to sudden death overtime as the game doesn't end in a 1-goal margin. So we go to overtime. And just like as usual throughout this, that I have been doing throughout this project, excuse me, it'll be played out such as playoff hockey, like you would see in the NHL. We will play out the same whatchamacallit, the same segments of 4 minutes of 5 segments each, and the first team to score the goal wins. So that's that simple. So we will move on with a home scoring chance of a 14 in the first overtime period. Visitor goalie must make play saves. Scott Wedgwood needs to make a 2 or 3 with a dot. Otherwise, the game is over. And it looks like the game is over. Stop the clock. Oh, man. In the, whoops. Actually, it would have said the 5th minute, but not the 10th minute. So, again, it's in the 5th minute. But the game, indeed, is over at the final score of 2-1 as the Habs take take game 3 by a score of 2-1 and a 3-0 time frame series lead over the 22-23 Dallas Stars. So with that being said, stay tuned for the Biddy Beer game summary coming up next, as well as game 4 coming up right afterwards. As always, the game summary is presented by your favorite Biddy Beer products. If you choose to drink Biddy Beer, please drink responsibly. As always, it has a big taste. At a Biddy price, it's Biddy Beer. And welcome back, everybody, as we get set for game 4. I do want to make a little correction here from last game to give you the tally for the game 3 overtime game-winning goal for Montreal. Steve Shutt ended up scoring the goal, and the assist was 1 assist, and we will give that assist to Larry Robinson as it was notated on the game summary. I forgot to share who scored the goal after the end of game 3, so I do apologize for that. So we are all caught up with who scored the goal. And without further ado, game 4 is back at the American Airlines Center for Dallas, or excuse me, here in Dallas. As you guys can see, the Habs lead 3-0 with 25 minutes and 22 seconds left on the clock. It is crunch time for Dallas, hopefully to get them on the board here for a time frame for a game in this time frame to prevent a time frame sweep by the Habs of 76-77. So without further ado, let's get right into game 4. Will the clock operator please start the clock? And we're going to begin with a home scoring chance of a 46. That's good to start out. Defense player in 1, that is Bob Gainey. He stops a Dallas goal opportunity with a quality roll of smart or a square. He has smart and he does have a square, so he will stop the Dallas Stars goal opportunity to begin the game here. And we move on to the next segment. We got a quality check between anybody on the ice for the Stars, and it will be against Mario Tremblay. We're looking for speed. Pick your poison between Robertson, Ty Dellandre, Hintz, and Lundqvist. I think we're gonna go with Lundqvist, as both guys have speed, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Visitor scoring chance of a 63. Any home player with a circle prevents a power play goal. Yes, Dylan Dre or Elsa Lindell. I think we're going to give it to. Let's have the decider die decide. It will be. It'll be Ty Dylan Dre, and it'll be Elsa Lindell. It'll be Elsa Lindell. So we move on to the next segment. Penalty check between Hintz and Wilson. It looks like both guys have the same penalty rating, and that's going to do it for this first period here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, with the score edged up at a big fat goose egg on both sides. We got a quality check between players 5 and 3, Lundqvist and Riesborough. We're looking for hits. Oh, Doug Riesborough is going to win that battle against Lundqvist, as he does have hits. So he's moving in on Scott Wedgwood, hopefully to make a 2 or 3 with a dot to make the save. And he will do so. Scott Wedgwood makes the stop, as he has kept the Dallas Stars in the game, in last game, and of course in today's game, as the score remains deadlocked at 0. Home scoring chance of a 25. Choice home player rolls for a goal using assist stars +2. You better believe that. I'm going to give it to Jason Robertson. You better believe it. It's going to be so a 4 or 5 with a dot to score the goal. Oh, and Michel Larocque makes the stop. Either Robertson fanned on it or Michel Larocque made the stop. But nonetheless, it's going to end up being a no-action segment here in this one. Or, a save on Michel Larocque, I should say. Excuse me. As we move on. Pardon my voice, guys. We got a 2, so that's a quality check between players 1 and 5. So Foxa and Nyrop, we're looking for skill. It looks like Bill Nyrop will win that one, as he does have skill, as he moves in on Scott Wedgwood, hopefully to make a 2 or 3 with a dot to make the stop. He does so. Scott Wedgwood is standing on his head here in this one, as the score remains deadlocked at 0 apiece. Penalty check between players 4 and 3. That's Ryan Sutter and Doug Jarvis. Oh, Ryan Sutter is going to go to the box, as he has a 0.5 penalty rating to Doug Jarvis's 0. So it looks like Jarvis is going to move in on Scott Wedgwood, hopefully to make a 2 or 3 with a dot to save it. He can't, and the Habs will get on the board here in this one. It's 1-0, courtesy of a power play goal by Doug Jarvis. And the assists will be 1 assist. I'm going to definitely give that one to... I do want to keep LaPointe out there, so I'm going to give it to Shutt. So Doug Jarvis from Steve Shutt is your power play goal scoring stat line for the ice-breaking goal here in game number 4. Visitor scoring chance of a 31. Choice visitor player rolls for goal using shot stars +2. You better believe it. I'm going to give that to Jacques Lemar, as he needs to roll a 3 or 4 with a dot to score the goal. Oh, and he can't, and Scott Wedgwood will save it. And that's going to do it for the second period, as the game stays put at 1 apiece. Fool me once, shame on me. Excuse me, as it goes for an old saying, fool me once, shame on you. Or excuse me, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. We go to the third period in a 1-0 Habs lead with a home scoring chance of a 41. Home player in 5, that's Essa Lindell. He creates a goal with a quality roll of power or a square or triangle, excuse me. Lindell does not have a triangle, but he does have power. So he's going to be moving in on Michel Larocque, hopefully to tie up this one with as Michel Larocque needs to make it 4 or 5 with a dot to make the stop. 5 with a blank. That is going to be a goal for Essa Lindell. And the Dallas Stars had tied things up late here in this early in this third period. Let's see who scored the assists. 2 assists. It looks like Ben will get the first assist. And I think we'll go with Wyatt Johnston. So Lindell from Ben and Johnston are your assists, is your goal scoring stat line for the Essa Lindell game tying goal. Quality check between players 3 and 4. That's Domi and Savard. We're looking for hits. Oh, neither player doesn't have hits. So we will move on to the next segment here in this one. We got a quality check again. This time, again, same players, but this time it's Hintz against Robertson for power. Or excuse me, Hintz against Robinson for power. It looks like both guys have power as we move on to the next segment here in this one, with the game tied at 1 apiece. Another quality check, this time between players 2 and 5. That's Ty Dellandre and Guy Lapointe for speed. Oh, Ty Dellandre is going to win that one, as he does have speed. So he's moving in on Michel Larocque, hopefully to make the stop. A 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 with a dot will do so. And he does. Ty Dellandre will be stopped by Michel Larocque to keep this game right where it's at of 1 apiece. We got a visitor scoring chance of a 26. Choice visitor player rolls per goal using assist stars +2. It's not enough, but we're going to give it to Doug Riesborough. We're going to give it to Doug Riesborough. So he needs to make a 2 or 3 with a dot to make the stop, otherwise to score the goal. Otherwise, we're going to overtime. And folks, it looks like we are going to overtime as Doug Riesborough shoots towards Scott Wedgwood as he makes the save. And folks, indeed, we are going to sudden death overtime. So the board has been reset, and let's get right into it. Home scoring chance of a 54. Visitor defense player in 5, that's Bill Nyrop. He stops a Dallas goal opportunity with a quality roll of star or a square. Although he does not have the star quality, he does have a square, so that will do so as he stops the Dallas goal opportunity to keep us in this keep the score right where it's at of 1-1 in this first overtime period. We got a quality check between players 1 and 5. That is Jason Robertson and Guy Lapointe. We're looking for power. Oh, Guy Lapointe's going to win that one as he moves in on Scott Wedgwood. He needs to make a 2 or 3 with a dot to make the stop. Oh, and he can't stop the clock. The Habs will score the game-winning goal in the 10th minute of overtime, of the first overtime period, behind Guy Lapointe, and the assists will be 2 assists. It looks like we're going to give it to Savard and Jarvis. So Guy Lapointe from Savard and Jarvis, before I forget, as I forgot the last time, as we are sitting prime and pretty for hopefully for the next game here in this one. So it looks like the Habs will win the time frame no matter what happens in the next matchup. Excuse me. So with that being said, Game 4 will go to the 76-77 Habs by a final score of 2-1 in the first overtime period. With that being said, stay tuned for Game 5 coming up next after the Bitty Beer game summary for Game 4, presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. As always, if you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste. At a bitty price, it's Bitty Beer. Welcome back, everybody, as we get set for Game 5 of this time frame between the 76-77 Habs and the 22-23 Dallas Stars. The Stars made a little adjustment at the break. No adjustments are made for the Habs. So without further ado, except for the netminders, Jake Ottinger will start for the Dallas Stars. Ken Dryden will start for the Habs. And without further ado, let's get Game 5 underway and see what happens with 15 minutes and 3 seconds left on the clock. Will the clock operator please start the clock? We're going to begin with a visitor scoring chance of a 43. Any visitor player with a triangle creates a goal. You bet your butt we do. Jamie Benn is the only guy out there with a triangle. So he's going to create a goal scoring opportunity as he moves in on Ken Dryden, hopefully to make a 4 or 5 with a dot to make the stop. And he does so. Jamie Benn is stopped right then and there as we move on to the next segment. Another visitor scoring chance, this time of a 15. Home goalie must make play save. Again, Ken Dryden is known for this. 4 or 5 with a dot will do so. 0 and 5 of the blank won't do it as the Dallas Stars do get on the board. It is a 1-0 lead for the Stars, and let's see who scored the goal. 9. Player with the second best shot rating. So the best shot rating out there on the ice is Jason Robertson. The second best is either going to go to Sagan or Domi. It's Sagan. And it will be Tyler Sagan. And how many assists will be handed down in the play? Only 1 assist. So Jason Robertson will assist Tyler Sagan on the ice-breaking goal for Dallas. Dallas needs to win this game for some decency because the Habs already, at this point, have won the time frame. Oh, and we got 222s. It's a critical face-off, so check each team's best face-off rating. So it looks like Lamar and Domi are going to be the ones taking this critical face-off. It looks like Lamar's going to win the critical face-off, and as he moves in on Jake Ottinger for a spec save opportunity with a 3, a 1, 2, or 3 will do so, and it won't. And it won't. Game tie. Jacques Lamar will score the goal, and 1 assist will be handed out on the play. Larry Robinson will be your assist taker for the Jacques Lamar critical face-off goal scoring attempt as we move on to the next segment. Home scoring chance of a 42. It reads, any home player with a triangle creates a goal. Yes, Doug Riesborough has a triangle. So he's going to be moving in on Jake Ottinger, a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He can't, and the Montreal Canadiens will score the goal, courtesy of Doug Reesborough. The assists is going to go to assists. It looks like it'll be Roberts, and let's go with Nyrop. So Roberts and Nyrop will assist on the Doug Reesborough go-ahead goal here in this first period. Quality check between both players in 5. We're looking for hits. Neither player has hit, and that's going to do it for this 10-minute segment of this first period with your score of 2-1 in favor of the Montreal Canadiens. We got a home scoring chance of a 53. Visitor defense player in 4, that is going to be Lundqvist. He stops a Montreal goal opportunity with a quality roll of star or a square. Yikes. Neither a square or a star is on Nils Lundqvist's card. So that is going to be a goal for the Montreal Canadiens as they are up 3-1. And let's see who scored it. 8. Player with the best shot rating. That's going to be Guy Lafleur. And 2 assists will be handed on in the play. And it looks like it'll be Savard and give me Jarvis. Lafleur from Savard and Jarvis are your goal scoring stat line for the goal scored by Guy Lafleur. And it looks like Dallas is going to take their first time out of this of the game here, and we move on to the next segment. One more goal given up, and Scott Wedgwood will come in. Oop. Sorry, we need to be in the 15th minute. There we go. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button there. We got a quality check between players 4 and 1. That is Robinson and Foxa for star. Robinson wins that one as he does have star as he moves in on Jake Ottinger, hopefully to make a 3, to make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the save. Can't, and he will score. Larry Robinson will score the goal, and let's see how many assists were given out in the play. 2. Lamar, and let's go with Gainey. So Robinson will score the goal from Lamar and Bob Gainey. And unfortunately for Dallas, it is what it is. So Jake Ottinger is going to come out of the game, and they are going to bring on Scott Wedgwood. So a goaltending change early in this one as we stay in the 15th minute here with a penalty check between players 2 and 3. That's Tremblay and Hintz. Oh, it looks like Tremblay is going to go to the box. It's Rope Hintz is going to move in on Ken Dryden, hopefully to make the stop here. A 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 with a dot will do so. And he does. Rope Hintz is denied by Ken Dryden as we move on to the next segment. Penalty check again, this time between both players in 2. It looks like Jimmy Roberts is going to go to the penalty box as Pavelski will move in on Ken Dryden, hopefully to make the stop. 4 or 5 with a dot will do so. Yes, it's a save. 4 will do so as the first period comes to a close here in game number 5 with your score, the Habs 4 and the Dallas Stars 1. Home scoring chance of a 16. Visitor goalie must make shot save. Okay, Scott Wedgwood is the new netminder, so he needs to make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Can't, and the Montreal Canadiens will score the goal. It is a 5-1 lead now. 8 is going to be player with the best shot rating, Guy Lafleur. That's 2 for him today, and 1 assist. How about we're going to give that one to Riesborough? So Guy Lafleur from Doug Riesborough is going to be your goal scoring stat line for the start of the second period. Visitor scoring chance of a 65. Oh, visitor defense stop, breakaway opportunity. Home goalie must make spec save. Dallas needs to get this opportunity. Excuse me. Dallas needs to score here. Otherwise, it will be a goal. Ken Dryden needs to make it 1 or 2. It's a 4. Dallas will score. It's a 5-2 lead now. They're cutting the lead. Down to 3. They're chopping away at it. Let's see who scored the goal. 11. Second best shot rating. So the best out there on the ice is Wyatt Johnston. The second best is a tie between Foxa, Dellandre, Lundqvist. And Lundqvist, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll be Ty Dellandre to score the goal. And the assist is worth 2 assists. So it looks like it will go to Johnston and Lundqvist. So Dellandre from Lundqvist and from Johnston and Lundqvist scoring the assist on the Ty Dellandre goal to make it 5-2. Penalty check between anybody on the ice for the Habs and against Tyler Seguin. We could tie or make them go on the power play. I think at this point it's no use to like I think we'll tie. Yeah, I think we're gonna tie. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's Murray Wilson. Both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5, and we will move on to the next segment. Another penalty check, this time between players 4 and 1. That is Savard and Foxa. Oh, and it looks like both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5, so we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check between players 4 and 2. That is Robinson and Pavelski. We're looking for star. Both guys have the same quality of star, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Visitor scoring chance of a 25. Home goalie must make spec save. Oh boy. Ken Dryden needs to make a 1 or 2 to do so. Can't, and the Dallas Stars chop away at the lead here for the Montreal Canadiens as it's 5-3 now. Let's see who scored the goal. 7. Player with the best shot rating. That is Jamie Benn who scores the goal. And 2 assists will be handed out on the play. So Miro Heiskanen and Max Domi will be your assist takers for the Jamie Benn goal. Little line change starting to do the trick. Is the last 4 games the Stars have only scored 1 goal, and the coach has juggled the lines really well. Let's see if that'll work. We got a quality check between anybody on the ice for the Habs and against player number 3. That's Rope Hintz. We are looking for Smart. It looks like Hintz is not going to win this one unless they want to tie. This Saturday. We tie. And we'll go on we'll take the opportunity. So we'll go right across from him with Jarvis. As Jarvis will win the quality check against Rope Hintz, as Jarvis will move in on Scott Wedgwood, hopefully to make it 2 or 3 with a dot to do so. Can't, and the Habs take an even further lead. Now they lead it by 3, 6-3, with Jarvis scoring the goal. And the assist is going to go to Steve Shutt. Unlucky, unbelievable. And it looks like with 1 minute 26 remaining on the clock, this will be the final game of this time frame. Penalty check between both players in 4, as it looks like that is Lundqvist and Savard. Yes, Lundqvist and Savard, as both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5, and that's going to do it for this. And that's going to do it here for the second period as we move on to the third. Quality check between players 5 and 2. That's Nyrop and Ty Dellandre. Excuse me, Ty Dellandre. We're looking for Smart. Neither player has Smart, and we will move on to the next segment. I do apologize for the voice. Hopefully this will hang up pretty good. Hopefully by the next time frame, everything will be all healed up. So I do apologize. We have a visitor scoring chance of a 43. Any visitor player with a triangle creates a goal. Yes, we do. Either Robertson or Heiskanen, and if he has it, he does. He does. So it's between Heiskanen and Robertson. It's Robertson. And it will be Robertson, hopefully to create the goal. Ken Dryden needs to make a 4 or 5 with a dot to stop it. And he does so to keep this game within 3 goals. It's 6-3. As we move on to the next segment. Visitor scoring chance of a 56. Any home player with a square stops a Dallas goal opportunity. We had 3 contenders: Gainey, Robinson, or Lapointe. Let's do this. I do want to keep this triangle out there, so the unlucky contestant out of it is going to be Bob Gainey. So Bob Gainey is going to stop the Dallas goal opportunity here as we move on to the next segment. 2-6-1. That's a quality check between anybody on the ice for the Habs against Redick Foxa. If I butcher any names, I do apologize. We are looking for power. Anybody on the ice to tie or to take the lead? Let's roll the red die. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 6 is a reroll. Player number 4, that's Larry Robinson. Both guys between Foxa and Robinson have power. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. Stop the clock. As the Montreal Canadiens will seal up yet another time frame victory here, winning the Game 5 by a score of 6-3 and sweep the time frame, winning 5 games to none. Oh boy, oh boy. So again, stay tuned for the Game 5 game summary, as well as the time frame summary, as well as the next wheel spin to determine who our next participant will be coming up next in this 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens Gauntlet Challenge. And once again, your final score here for Game 5, Montreal takes it by a final score of 6-3 and sweep the time frame, winning 5 games to none. Stay tuned for the Bitty Beer game summary presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products, as well as the Bitty Beer time frame summary presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. And as always, if you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste at a bitty price. It's Bitty Beer. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's time frame matchup between the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens and the 2022-23 Dallas Stars. We look forward to bringing you future time frame matchups throughout the 2024-25 National Hockey League's regular season whenever games are being played. Once again, it's that time of day where we figure out to see who will play the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens next in this Gauntlet Challenge project. So far, we have seen some uneven, some sort of matchups, some ties, some go in the favor of Montreal. But let's see if Team NHL can figure out a way to get themselves into the winning column here in this project. Without further ado, okay, let's figure out who will play the Habs next. As always, please direct your attention to the Bitty Beer Team Selector Wheel, as it is always presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. If you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please drink responsibly. Big taste, Bitty price, Bitty Beer. Come on, big bucks. No whammy, no whammies. And it looks like the 86-87 Buffalo Sabres will do battle against the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens coming up in the next time frame. But between the Sabres and the Habs, who is going to start the time frame as the home team? As always, please direct your attention to the Dot Cola home team selector wheel, and as it's being presented by Dot Cola, the official cola drink of the Play Games community and of the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens Gauntlet Challenge. It looks like the Sabres will be selected to start the time frame as the home team between them and the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens. Once again, thank you for tuning in to today's action. If you enjoyed what you saw in today's contest, please do leave a like on the video, and as always, subscribe and turn on notification. And turn on the notifications bell so that way you don't miss out on any further time frame matchups in this project. So that way you know whenever a new time frame matchup becomes available here on my channel. A comment is also appreciated on this video if you would like to leave one. Once again, thank you for tuning in to today's matchup. And as always, have a great rest of your day.